So what are mycoplasma? Mycoplasma are a group of bacteria that are devoid of cell wall. Ibig sabihin, lack sila ng cell wall, and also hence are highly pleomorphic without fixed shape and size. They required sterol for growth and also cholesterol. Kasi kung makikita natin yung structure ng mycoplasma is makikita mo talaga sa membrane niya na marami dong cholesterol. Dumako naman tayo sa next is the morphological characteristics ng mycoplasma. So mycoplasma are smallest microorganisms. Sabi din sa napanood kong video is mycoplasma are the smallest microorganisms on Earth, measuring about 0.2 to 0.3 diameter. They are highly pleomorphic because they lack rigid cell wall and so occur in varying shapes such as cocoid, filamentous, and bizarre forms or mas kilala natin siya sa itsura na granules or balloon ring, and star disk. They show filamentous forms of varying lengths with through branching, which is why they are called mycoplasma, because myco means fungus-like, and plasma means plasticity. They do not possess spores and flagella or fimbriae. Some species show gliding motility. Ibig sabihin is nag-move talaga siya. Pero siguro mga minimal movement. And they are also gram-negative but are better stained with Giemsa and Dian stains. They differ from other bacteria because they lack rigid cell wall and they are bound by a single trilaminar cell membrane. So, kaya sila dependent sa kanilang host kasi nga lack sila ng cell wall, so that ginagamit nila yung host para mag-invade sa cell at yung host yung ginagamit nila para mag-protect sa kanila kasi nga ang cell natin is meron tayong rigid cell wall. They are bound by a single trilaminar cell membrane nga that contains cholesterol and carotenoid. Some species show bulbous enlargement by meaning of which is attached to receptor. So bulbous enlargement is like bulb shape. They may responsible for hematsurfin. Also, they multiply in binary fission, replicate hanggang dumami. But genomic replication and subdivision are often asynchronous, so budding and chains of beads are formed. Next, let's talk about the cultural characteristics ng mycoplasma. So mycoplasma is aerobes and facultative anaerobes. Kasi nga sinabi natin siyang aerobes kasi kailangan niya ng free oxygen to live. And also mycoplasma daw is facultative anaerobes dahil pwede din siyang mabuhay with or without oxygen. Basta gusto niya is yung more energy. Also, optimum temperature for growth is 37 degrees Celsius, which ang 37 degrees Celsius is yung natural na body temperature ng human, kaya nag-grow sila talaga in human. Requires sterol and cholesterol as essential growth factors. So, describe naman natin yan, infections caused by Mycoplasma and SPP and Ureaplasma SPP. So, Mycoplasma and Ureaplasma are responsible for respiratory and urogenital infections. So, in respiratory infections, we have here the hominices, responsible for mild respiratory infection. So, ang M or Mycoplasma hominices is yung bacteria na namumuhay sa urinary tract natin. So, natural siya na andon, natural siya na namumuhay sa mga sa mga urinary tract natin. Pero nagiging infection lang siya during kunwari pag sobrang dumadami siya, and also pag sa sexual intercourse, kunwari sa sexual intercourse, na-spread siya, doon lang siya magiging infection. Sa M. pneumoniae naman is responsible for primary atypical pneumonia. So, ang M. pneumoniae is responsible siya for walking pneumonia, na madalas is nagkakaroon yung mga school kids or mga bata kasi nakikita siya sa soil and nakakapag-cause siya ng mild na sakit. Kunwari, fever, na magkakaroon din sila ng dry cough. Also, pero hindi siya malala, treatable naman. Also, primary atypical pneumonia is also known as Mycoplasma pneumonia. It is characterized by prodromal features such as fever, malaise, headache, sore throat, and respiratory symptoms such as cough, hemoptysis, and chest signs. In addition, it can cause pharyngitis, sinusitis, and tracheobronchitis, urogenital infections. Next, we have here the species mainly involved are Ureaplasma urealyticum and M. hominis. This disease caused are nanogoccal urethritis. It can also cause balanitis. Yung balanitis is yung sa male. Sakit siya sa male na nagkakos ng swollen, tapos meron siyang mga parang butlig-butlig sa may head ng genitals ng male. Papakita ko sa inyo mamaya yung picture. Sa epididymitis and balanocystitis in males. Also, in female, it causes acute salpingitis, EID, cervicitis, and vaginitis. It also causes infertility, abortion, low birth weight in babies, and postpartum fever. So, ayan, papakita ko sa inyo ang infectious balanitis. So, dito sa glands or head ng lalaki is makikita natin na may redness siya and parang meron siyang mga pantal-pantal. Masakit yan at masakit pag umiihi, may burning sensation, yun. Sa laboratory diagnosis naman ng Mycoplasma, sa respiratory, pag kuha ng sample is sputum, throat swab, nasal swab, nasopharyngeal aspirate, bronchoalveolar lavage, and tracheal aspirate. Sa genitourinary naman is cervical, kuha sa cervix, ay swab yung cervix, vaginal swab, semen, prostatic secretion, and also urine. Next. So, sa transport is mycoplasma is a delicate bacterium samples because should be inoculated immediately. So, ang mycoplasma kasi is sabi nila is naging living nightmare daw kasi ang mycoplasma in laboratories kasi sobrang dali niyang rumami in culture. As in, madali lang siyang mag-spread. So, sabi, if immediate culture is not possible, then specimen should be stored at 4 degrees Celsius. If delay of more than 24 hours is expected, sample should be frozen at negative 70 degrees Celsius. Standard mycoplasma medium containing mixture or basal bovine serum, albumin, gelatin, and penicillin can be used as a transport medium. So, next. Antigen detection. Antigen can be detected by respiratory specimens, by immunofluorescence, counter-immunoelectric trophoresis, enzymes immunoassay, and also immunoblotting with monoclonal antibodies. So, for the final is how can mycoplasma infection can be treated. So, tetracycline are effective, but mycoplasma are resistant to penicillin and cephalosporins. So, ang penicillin, kaya siya naging resistant sa penicillin kasi nga ang mycoplasma is lack ng cell wall. So, ang penicillin kasi is sinisira niya yung structure ng cell wall, kaya naging resistant ang mycoplasma sa penicillin. Yun lang, tapos na.